And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the second series of the broadcast. Welcome back to the round 16 of the WardiTV Monday number 81. We just wrapped up with Down versus a Max Packs. That was in the upper half of the brackets, but we're now going to be jumping down to the lower half of the bracket instead. We do have our own fresh best of 3. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Protoss Pro. It is Classic. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the other South Korean player, the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran for onside. It is Ryung. Let's go. Let us go. We are here. We are back. We're jumping into our TVP, and we'll see what our players have to offer here. Classic, of course, coming in looking very strong as of late when it comes to his own Protoss versus Terran. Arguably the best PvT out there as well, especially when it comes to the mid to late game. Meanwhile, Ryung can be very dynamic himself. We've been seeing a lot of aggression out of Ryung. We've been seeing a lot of mech as well. So Ryung, he typically does thrive in the early to mid game, and we'll see what kind of builds he brings to the table here, especially as we load into Winter Madness, one of the larger maps of the map pool. Larger map, longer rush distance by ground. We'll see how he will approach as we do settle in. Let's go. For now, single gas. Single gas opener, Rax expand out of Ryung. Meanwhile, we do have a standard opener out of Classic going for the gate, Cyber expand. There we go. So now there's that CC going to be on the low ground. We'll be forced to pick up and lift and rotate, but again, only a slight delay here. Not the biggest of deals. Regardless, nice little win here for Classic. Forcing the CC off center. Oh, and hello. That is a hidden second Rax. Ryung. So we start with an economic opener, Rax expand into a hidden second Rax, and we're expecting a third Rax. Right, we're expecting a third Rax into like a 3 Rax stim timing. Technically, this can lead into a 4 Rax 2 base all in. So we'll see if he stops at 3 or if he keeps going up until 4. Regardless, a very strong stim timings on the horizon here. With tech labs, reactors, stim, combat shields. It's going to be up to Classic to scout and to confirm. Behind this Classic, he does not open Sentry. He does go for the Adept instead. Adept can threaten the Shade, can threaten the Mineral Lines, but cannot get into the main, or at least shouldn't. Oh, and we were waiting for it. There it is. Fourth Rax. Fourth Rax gets thrown down. 2 base all in. 2 base all in. This means that Ryung can pull the boys. Yeah, he can pull the boys back. He's doubling down. And again, if this goes unscouted, then, I mean, Classic, well, what can he do, Pappy? He needs to scout, he needs to figure out what's happening. The Adept, once again, does threaten the Shade. The Adept should never get into the main base, but we'll see if that's going to be the case here. As Marines do zone. Nice control. It does pull back the weakened Marine. Here we're trying to calm down. A bit of a gateway explosion opening up. Charge, actually. What the reads? Classic going for a charge base opener. Fun fact for those who are unaware, opening up charge like this is designed to shut down these all-ins. Designed to shut down specifically tank-based all-ins. We'll see how it handles. It should be good against bio-based all-ins as well. That's going to be a heavy Zealot army with charge before the third expansion. A very strong setup here from Classic. And I worry for Beyond. Worry for him. Yeah, Ryung, he does commit. He does opt not to pull the boys, okay. Still hyper aggressive, hyper committed. Behind this, going for the factory into the starport. There is going to be a follow-up planned here for Ryung. He moves out, and I believe Classic doesn't scout. So Classic is not warping in. He's not warping in. He's getting expansion. He's going for his own backstab. We're about to get chaotic. We're about to get messy. Yeah, army's revealed. Classic hits the main. Ryung gets across the map. Does catch a third. Classic does jump in. Oh. Classic drops in. The boys are being pulled. That's a lot of economic damage done already. 9 SCV kills. Oh, the force fields, they do close up. No battery. No shot. Yeah, Classic was not ready defensively here. The Twilight Council goes down. The Bio Army, can we stem in? Not quite. Again, there was already one big stem. We have vanilla stalkers to defend, and so far they're holding their own. There's the second stem. Gets one, gets two stalkers, 3, 4, 5 stalkers going down. But again, we're running out of army here. It's still so close. That's all we had left. Down to 2 stalkers. Where are the zealots, by the way? Classic, he was banking 700 minerals. He was banking up so much money. Again, the gateway is just now coming online. And that was a decent trade for Ryung, but remember that he was all in. Like, there's no third CC behind this. Classic has a third Nexus. Wait, did he cancel? Oh. In my mind, it was already in production. That's why he was banking up so much. And here comes the second wave. Here comes the next wave. Classic is vulnerable. He lost so many stalkers. Behind this, storm is now done. Storm is done. Lands for storm. Ooh. Oh no, he sends it. Oh god, he goes back through the storm. Ryung. Yeah. Ryung is going to be zoned away. Side Ryung. True. Storm does zone. Third base is going to be denied. We still have 3 more storms left available, and Ryung, he doesn't really have much left over. Does have a decent bio army, but we got 3 storms. We got plenty of storms. Classic is moving in. Go chopping into the main. Oof. Storm does go for the mineral line. Storm goes off, army gets underway. And Classic commits. Oh, tries to. Again, he still has plenty of storms left over. Like Classic, he can't break this. He doesn't see that the drop is moving out across the map. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. We'll be forced to cancel the 4th base. Ryung, he's buying time. Oh, the storm drop comes in though. Oh no, catching at 7. Did I say 7? Getting up to 12. 12 SCV kills. Brutal storms. Ryung, he still doesn't have a third. His third base is not finishing. He has to morph into the orbital, then float over. The observer. I'm going to say does spot the orbital. Does confirm. The third is not being taken. And again, it's all or nothing here for Ryung. It's all or nothing. Oh god. There are 8 High Templar. 8 Templar back. Not like this. Ryung, he does have a couple of EMPs, true. He's got a couple of ghosts, a couple of EMPs. Okay, so the mine shot. Ooh, massive storm. Oh god, storm connects. The bio army just gets obliterated. Crazy storms, Bappy. Ryung is still looking for another way in. Rotates over. Dials in a couple of EMPs, not bad. But we start flanking storms. Oh no, he goes back in. Oh no, he goes back in. Oof. Takes so much damage. Takes so much. And GG. Yeah, GG gets called with that classic. He will take game number 1. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Classic, he'll take a lead in the series, and we'll see if Ryung can recover. We'll see if he can bounce back. We shall see. But again, Ryung, he was basically 2-base all in. He was 2-base all in, and he was able to trade with the army, but he did not do enough economic damage. He did not break the natural expansion. So Ryung, he just fell behind just because he was forced back, and then we saw the counterattack out of Classic, able to break out across the map with all the high tempo, with all the charge dots, and deal critical damage. With that, Ryung, he kind of stumbled his way into the early to mid game, was still very aggressive, was still very all in, especially after all the losses, and did fail to get across the map. And with that, we're now getting into game number 2. We'll see if Ryung can recover as we load into Ruby Rock. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Protoss Pro. It is Classic. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the blue Terran player. The South Korean Terran for onside, it is Ryung. Here we go. Settling into Ruby Rock. As I said, settling into game 2. Once again, we had a cheeky build last game out of Ryung, going for the faster second and third racks. It was hidden behind the main. If you recall, it was unscouted, and Classic, he was blindly getting a third base. He was blindly building up into Storm. He did open charge, but he was going for his own counterattack, his own drop into towards the main. So everything kind of honestly kind of worked out as best as it could have for Ryung. But Classic still had enough to defend. He still barely held on. Then Classic snowballed out of control. Now, what's the plan? Once again, economic starts, going for the racks into Command Center, into CC. Once again, Classic being annoying, but it's going to be zoned back. Going to be zoned away, and again, we'll keep an eye on the follow-up here. We'll see if Ryung goes for, once again, extra Raxes, or if he does something else more sinister. Welcome to Ruby Rock. Ruby Rock is more known for all-ins. They do hit harder, they do hit faster on this map, so this is where Ryung can pop off, right? He can have more success here. Now racks in the factory. We'll keep an eye on the timing of the second racks. We could still go for a second racks and a third racks into a delayed starport, into a 2-base all-in. Eyes on Ryung. Now our Twilight Council opener. Twilight Council into Blink. I assume Blink, but technically last game we went charge first, so that Classic has options. Hook in. Doesn't get too much eyes here on Ryung's setup. It is going to be a 1-1-1, no fast second racks. So he does shade in. Shades in, third base. Third base is being taken. I believe 2-gate blink. Yep, 2-gate blink into a third. A greedy build here by Classic. Meanwhile, Ryung throwing down 2 more axes into a zone 2-1-1. Initially with a mine drop, it's just a scout just to harass. Nothing major, building up into the mid game. So far, I do prefer Classic's position. So far, he's been quite greedy and he should get away with it. Again, this when it comes to this drop play, it should just be for scouting information more than anything. To confirm the greed of Classic. Drop makes its way into the main. Drop does hit the main base. Dodge those mines. Dodge, cleans them up, no damage. At the same time, we have a Hellion here checking the third base timing, already finishing. Now Ryung knows. At least the Hellion gets away, at least the medevac is still alive, but the mines are now cleaned up, and now Classic can just settle into a longer game. Technically, Classic doesn't know that there's no additional Widow Mine in the medevac, so he has to still respect this. Still has to respect it. Players are setting up. This is going to be a strong timing. We have Stim, Combat Shields, and +1 all on the horizon here for Ryung. So we can commit here on 2 bases. Can commit. Observer gets caught. Let's catch the Observer. Colossus on the way. We'll see how hard Ryung does commit. Just moving on. Does just move out. Nice time. Army gets spotted. Army spotted. We do have sentries ready for force fields. Ryung does rotate, getting up the ramp. He does try to stim in. So far, getting locked down. Yeah, he's going to be locked down. Likewise, the line falling. Colossus has arrived. Classic, he bought enough time and he's fine. He's perfectly fine. He's got his Colossus. He should be forcing out a longer game here out of Ryung. Ryung not going to Viking production. Trying to be active. Third CC on location. Now the scary thing here is that Classic has been quite greedy up until this point. Now that greed is paying off. Now we can start to focus on our production, on the army, and on the eventual breakout. So I'm worried here for Ryung. Sends in. Does try to stim in, getting on top of the first Colossus though. He does get one. Not bad. He gets one. Can he get 2? He stims in. Yeah, late reaction. Late reaction here by Classic. Nice pickups here by Ryung. Ryung, he looks like won't have enough to break the main army, but we saw Classic miscontrol. Did miscontrol. This should have been a cleaner defense here by Classic. I mean, he will still defend. But an expensive defense. Oh no, we're rallying. Yeah, rallying into the army. Ryung has to get the hell out of here. Ooh, and the third base will be denied. Forced to lift. From here, force to lift up. Force to pull away. That's going to be reinforcing. And Ryung, he needs to break out. He needs to expand soon. Classic is getting a fourth. Gonna jump into the main. Does hit the mineral line. And moves in, gets to ACV kills. The Prism is gonna go down. Goes down, Classic pokes in, checks for the third, sees it's not there, pulls away. And he has rebuilt those Colossus. Now thankfully, because they were killed initially, this will delay any kind of further splash damage. So second Robo or a Temple Archives now being thrown down, but a little bit later than what we expect. Does help Ryung at least. Help, but Ryung still has a lot of recovering to do, a lot of catching up. Ryung this time is moving in with additional Vikings, with Ghosts, with EMPs. Scans, sees the army, he's like, you know what? let's calm down, baby. Let's calm down. Does back off. Self pulls away. And Classic is almost maxed. He's almost maxed out. Murido's commit in. Nice mind shots. Mind shots taken with the Zealots. First Colossus does not get focused down. This time we have some micro. This time we're juggling. The micro is there, back. There's well only 3 Vikings, so only 4. Down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Yeah, Vikings being focused down. Colossus just rains down on the army, and with that, Classic he overwhelms. He breaks through the main force. GG gets called, and Classic will take the series 2-0. GG. Whew. And GG well played. Classic will claim the series. Again, a really rough mid game there for Ryung. Once again, it was quite committed early on. He failed to punish the faster third base of Classic, so it was already a really rough start. And then, of course, we saw him commit across the map as Classic was claiming his 4th expansion and did reset the Colossus count, which is great and all, but honestly, Ryung needed more than that. Remember, his 3rd CC was so late, was so delayed. He needed more damage, failed to do so. With that, he was just kind of stumbling into the mid game. Resulted as he was getting his 3rd up and running, we already had Classic claiming his 4th, building back up 23 supply. GG. GG well played. With that, Classic he will claim the series. He will advance on into the next round, and we'll see where that leads us. Let's go. Exclamation mark could be in the chat to have a look back yourselves, as we already have our next series. Ooh, it's gonna be a PvZ between Classic and Lambo. Honestly, really good matches, really good series. I would love to follow Classic into Lambo, but we are going to be ending the stream a little bit early today. I was going to commit to the entire cast, and it's a shame because it's going to be some really good games. It's going to be some really good matches. But I made the mistake of streaming this morning. I was going through all the TLMC maps this morning, and it was like a 4.5 hour stream. and then I had 1 hour sleep. Then we're live here, and my throat is killing me. It's it's not good. So I feel like I need to rest my voice in preparation for the rest of the week, especially because tomorrow is Tuna Cup and tomorrow is another TLMC cast. So yeah, I need to calm down a little bit. So it's a bit of a shame. Again, really good games, really good matches. Do check out Wardi's channel. Wardi's going to be casting on his own channel as well. I believe he is covering Hero. He toured Max. I'm sure Wardi is covering Hero versus Cure, or he might even switch over to the Lambo series as well. Might even switch over. As you can see here, when it comes to our schedule, you can see that Monday morning was open, but I was live on my personal channel. We were going through all the TLMC maps ahead of time, and tomorrow morning in around 12 hours time, we're going to be live with TLMC 22 with our judging stream. Of course, we are one of the main judges for the Team Liquid map contest, and we'll be going through that tomorrow morning. I feel like that's pretty important. And likewise, we have Tuna Cup in the evening as well. So I do apologize, but yeah, my throat is not holding up. I've been like constantly pausing and coughing throughout the entire cast, and my throat is hurting. So I'm gonna go rest up and not speak for a while, and just just make some hot tea and try to take care. So do apologize. But with that, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. Again, it's going to be a really good event, a really good cast, and we might be able to catch up with replays, you know, in a couple of weeks time. And starting next week, we should be able to cast it live on a regular basis. Otherwise, stick around. We'll be giving Wardi the raid. We'll be giving him a raid. So give him some love, give him some support. He does run the event, does host the event, and he is indeed casting Hero versus Cure. So he's covering that series. So you can check out the rest of his stream. Gracias, baby, gracias. Yes. Try to look after my voice, papi. Try to look after it. But thanks for watching. Thanks so much for the support. We'll see you guys in 12 hours time with the TLMC 22 judging stream. We'll see you then. See you then in 12 hours. Until then, ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego. Take care.